People often assume that views of the Spanish Peaks from your backyard means spending millions. The truth is, it's less about the price tag and more about knowing where to look. The right area, the right neighborhood, even the right house in the neighborhood. And this is one of those houses. Starting right here on the covered front porch. I want to pause here for a second because in Montana, this space matters more than people realize when they're buying. You've got a covered spot to pull off wet boots, drop gear, let the dogs shake off after a hike. It's also just a genuinely nice place to sit in the evening. It's not decorative, it gets used, and it's got some great shade when things warm up. But my favorite outdoor space is around back, and we will get to that here in just a little bit. Now inside here, of course, the main level has wood floors or hard floors throughout. They're in great shape, which you can tell right away. And there are two separate living areas down here, and they're actually each distinct from each other, which I appreciate. The front living room has a fireplace behind me here. It's a little cozier, more of a sitting room feel. It's a good spot for winter evenings, a reading chair, quieter use perhaps. The back family room is the entertaining space. It opens right to the backyard deck, so in the summer, it's basically one continuous indoor-outdoor situation. Both work for different things, and having both is really useful in a home this size. Now, the kitchen. This was recently remodeled and it shows. It's a full chef's kitchen setup, serious counter space, good appliances, a layout that actually works for cooking rather than just looking good in photos. There's real workspace here. If you cook regularly, not just on holidays, this kitchen is gonna make you happy. And if you entertain, it flows naturally into the dining room and right back toward the family room. So you're never isolated in the kitchen while everyone else is somewhere else. And the dining, as I mentioned, right behind me here is right off of the kitchen. Nothing forced about the transition. It's right there, super easy access. It all connects in a way that you want a main level to connect. And the natural light in here is also worth mentioning. When you come out into the dining room here, the ceilings go up to that upper floor. So you've got super high ceilings and lots of windows to bring in some really great natural light here on the south side of the house. Now you've got the ensuite bedroom down here. French doors, full bathroom, walk-in closet. We're gonna spend a second on this because it's easy to just walk past it and say, oh, it's a guest room. But it is so much more than that. These French doors give it a real presence, not a tucked away feel, and the ensuite means whoever's in here has their own full bathroom, not sharing with the rest of the house. And the walk-in closet means it functions as a legitimate primary level suite if that's what you need it to be on the main floor. For multi-generational living, long-term guests, a live-in situation, or just the flexibility of main level sleeping as you get older, this is a real asset. A lot of two-story homes in this price range just don't have something like this. And the second living area. This one opens directly to the backyard, as does the dining room. So in the summer, the line between inside and outside can basically disappear. We've also got, of course, a half bath on this main level, conveniently placed right here near that larger family room. Now, before I take you upstairs, let me give you a little bit more context on where this home actually is, because I find it helps once you're walking through a property to understand the surroundings a little bit. Meadowbrook Estates is off Gooch Hill Road, just south of Huffine. It's west or southwest Bozeman, and I know you might be thinking Huffine can feel really busy, but once you come down Gooch Hill a little ways, turn into the neighborhood, it's quiet. You've got established mature trees, mid-2000s homes, and it really doesn't feel like you're very close to that corridor at all. Practically, the location works really well. You've got commercial options close by, the market, you've got restaurants, everyday errands without being in the middle of it. Downtown Bozeman is an easy 10-minute shot or so. And for outdoor access, South Cottonwood and Hyalite Canyon are still very reachable from here, closer than you'd expect from the west side of town. And when we get outside here in just a little bit, you will see the land behind this specific home is privately owned. No development is on the horizon currently. Of course, everything can change, but it would take quite a bit to make that type of change back there. So you're on the west side of Bozeman looking south at the Spanish Peaks with nothing between you and those mountains. At least nothing that is going to obstruct that view. I'll show you that in a few minutes though. One of the things that people don't fully appreciate until they're actually living here is how much this location puts you in reach of. South Cottonwood Road and Hyalite Canyon are just a few minutes away. That's hiking, fishing, paddleboarding on the reservoir in the summer, and groomed cross-country ski trails in winter. Bridger Bowl is about 25 minutes north, and Yellowstone is just about an hour and a half south. And in between all of that, you've got downtown Bozeman, restaurants, breweries, the farmers market, MSU, all an easy drive from the neighborhood. That's the thing about Southwest Bozeman that doesn't always show up on a map search. You're close to everything without being on top of it. Quiet street, established neighborhood, and the whole valley at your doorstep. Upstairs here, you've got 4 bedrooms, including the primary suite, an open loft family room, and another full bathroom. So there's a lot going on up here. The primary suite is what we'll cover first. It's a well-proportioned room, not one of those layouts where the bedroom itself feels like an afterthought because all the square footage went to the closet. It's a great size. Of course, you've got an ensuite bath with a dual vanity, and then attached to the suite, an enclosed sunroom right behind me here. This is one of those great details in the house. It's private, it gets great light, and it's yours. Morning coffee, reading, yoga, a little home office nook, whatever you'd actually use it for. Once you have a space like that attached to your bedroom and get used to it, you don't know how you lived without it often. The ensuite bath, separate from the sunroom, is functional and well laid out. Nothing fussy, just a solid primary bath that works. And of course, the open loft family room. This sits between the bedrooms upstairs. It's a big open landing area when you walk up the stairs, and it's a great use of what could have just been hallway square footage. Currently set up as a game room with the pool table here, which does convey with the house. But think about what else this could become. A media room, a homework zone, playroom, teen hangout, home office overflow. It's open and airy. It's got that loft feel, not tucked away. And a lot of families end up living on this level as much as the main floor because they have kids old enough to use the space. And then of course you've got the 3 more bedrooms up here beyond the primary. These are real bedrooms, not the tiny 3rd, 4th, and 5th bedroom situation you might see in a lot of homes where it's barely big enough for a twin and a dresser. These are comfortable sizes, good natural light, and a full bathroom serving this level. If you've got kids sharing a bathroom, it is just one, but it is positioned well. Not everyone fighting over one spot in the hallway. Okay, next we're gonna head outside because this is my favorite part and I have been waiting to show you this. All right, here we are out back. We've got the Spanish Peaks straight ahead of me, Gallatin Canyon to the right of that, open land between here and those mountains. Yes, there's a few properties there, but there's nothing obstructing your view. No tall rooftops or big fences or anything interrupting the sight line. So on a clear day, which is most days here, this is what you wake up to. This is what you're looking at from your hot tub on a Saturday morning or an evening after dinner. I've shown a lot of homes in Bozeman, and this view from a neighborhood lot at this price point is not common. The deck itself is partially covered with a pergola, so you've got shade options when it's hot and open sky when you want it. That's a detail that sounds small until you've sat on a south-facing deck in July with no shade. The hot tub has a brand new cover ready to go. There's a fire pit seating area. You've got a great spot for a barbecue setup here as well. Some of the deck furniture conveys, so this is move in and use it immediately, ready to go. You're not starting from scratch out here. What you're looking at is the Spanish Peaks and Gallatin Canyon to the south and southwest. That open land sitting between this backyard and those mountains or the far off properties in the distance, that is privately owned. At this point, not a future subdivision, not a city parcel waiting to be developed. It's just land, which means this sightline on a neighborhood lot inside Bozeman isn't going anywhere anytime soon. That's not something you can say about a lot of properties right now. All right, so the backyard here has 2 sheds. One is straight up storage with doors on both ends, easy drive-through access for equipment or gear. And the other one is the one I want to show you. It has power, water, and AC. It could be a she shed, a home office, art studio, little library, workshop, gym space, honestly, whatever you want it to be. It's a year-round usable space with real infrastructure, and that is not something you find in most backyards, really at any price point. The yard has pretty low maintenance landscaping throughout as well. You're not signing up for a second job out here, mowing the lawn, which in Montana, with everything else putting you outside, that matters. Here's something worth understanding about this part of Bozeman right now. There's a lot of new development happening in the area. Further south and east, you've got projects like Meadow Bridge coming in, and to the west, you're seeing Sierra Vista and Woodbury Grove taking shape. That growth is real, and it's bringing new inventory to this broader southwest corridor. What Meadowbrook Estates offers that those developments can't is exactly what you just saw: an established neighborhood with mature trees, a quieter feel, and in this case, a backyard looking out over open land that isn't getting built on anytime soon. And here's the thing, a home this size in any of those new developments would easily push past $1 million. I'll tell you exactly what this one is listed at in just a moment. New construction has its place, but there's a reason buyers keep coming back to neighborhoods like this one. You're not waiting for a community to form, it's already here. All right, you've seen the whole thing, and before I give you the number, there's one more important thing. If you're thinking about relocating to Bozeman and you're trying to figure out where to even start, what areas make sense, what your budget actually gets you, whether the timing is right, that's exactly what I do. I grew up here. I've been doing this a while now, and a quick conversation early on can save you from going under contract on the wrong house or ending up in the wrong spot. My info is in the description below, and you can reach out anytime. So this home is listed at $882,500. That is 3,332 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 2 living areas, 1 with a fireplace, main level suite with French doors and a walk-in closet, a primary suite with the sunroom upstairs, and of course ensuite bathroom and big walk-in closet up there as well. You've got that pool table included upstairs, this backyard with the views, the hot tub, and a shed that's actually usable space. You've got a 2-car garage and an $18 a month HOA. For South Bozeman in an established neighborhood with that outlook to the Spanish Peaks, this is a hard combination to replicate. Of course, if you'd like more information about the listing as well, I can include that in the description below so you can dig into some more details or schedule a showing. And if you're still in research mode on Bozeman, neighborhoods, cost of living, what different areas actually feel like, I've got a full playlist right here on the channel covering all of that. Everything you need to know before you make a move here in Montana. So go ahead and check that out. And until next time, I hope to show you around.